Hey, hi guys. This is Anup here from Visually Impaired. So what we're trying to do here is today is we're going to pull in people. We're going to ask them certain questions, and we're going to gauge their perception and views about what vision impairment is. So let's see what do people think about it. So we are with Arnav here, Vibin here, Lokendra Verma here, we have Vikram here, Jason here, Manisha and Deepa here, Shaman here, Michael here. So we're going to put forward certain questions to get a sensitization of how probably people are aware of vision impairment as a whole. That's the idea behind it. So for the first question I want to put forward to you is, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the term visual impairment?
Either disability for me, or it's just somebody who actually needs help for mobility or like getting around.
It is something which needs to be put out there for a large number of people. I doubt if many people are even aware about it, especially in the rural section.
People with low eyesightness. I mean, it'd be someone whose eyesight isn't as good as someone else's.
There are people who are completely blind, and there are people who are partially blind.
A person with lack of sight, perhaps a blind person.
It's a person who has a recognized disability.
Actually, don't know. We don't know about that. It focuses on future, like that.
Basically, visual impairment is nothing but people who are physically challenged, who are blind. So, second question, how do you think a visually impaired person mobilize, like move around?
I mostly think they rely on they have those sticks and apparatus and those kind of stuff. So
Hard for him because people are so busy around him, like they don't notice him what disabilities he's having.
They mobilize like taking the help of one person who has eyesight.
In the United States, it's very different here. We have a lot of sidewalks that have markers on them, so they can have that. A lot of our common signs have rail on them.
They have dogs that help them around, they have walking sticks and so on. But as such, I don't think there's any technology or anything developed to assist them. Not that I know of.
Well, it depends on the degree of impairity, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
if someone is completely blind, they have different ways they move around. Someone slightly impaired, it's different.
Mostly seen them using the stick. I don't know what's the exact term for it.
So they mobilize with help of something called cane. So that's how he navigates around. He gets to know what is obstacles or challenges up in front of him, and that's how he navigates forward. So according to you, like how many people you think are impacted with vision impairment in this world at the moment?
It'll be in thousands.
Approximately more than 1,000, 10,000. More than 20.
Around 10 million.
So there are around 280 million visually impaired people in the world. So we are around 80 odd million people who are impacted with vision impairment in India. So third question would be, right, how many types of vision impairment are there?
I guess there will be around 10.
I'm not aware.
Impartially blind or little more partially blind.
Blind and partially blind or color blind, say these three.
Basically three categories of vision impairment. One would be like people who are completely blind, second would be low vision, and third would be people who have little perception of light. So that's how we largely categorize the vision impairment as such. Alright, my next question is, do you think in our current society here, a visually impaired person can mobilize around independently?
No, not at all. That's a worry state, but yeah, that is the truth.
I definitely do not think so. I mean, even with full vision, for me, it's kind of difficult to get around.
Not in the Indian context, no. It's not possible.
Yes, he can.
Right?
Using his talent. No idea.
Not at all. I mean, the city is well connected. However, all the public transport systems are really crowded and not so streamlined. So if a person can't see, they're going to have a really hard time getting around.
Not in India at least, because I mean it's really bad in India. Like you see scooters going on the pavements, you see like bikes all over. There's no safety for pedestrians.
Right.
For pedestrians with sight, there's no like safety, like who aren't visual impaired. So it'll be worse for the persons without sight. Yeah.
Here, because I've seen the sidewalks
Yeah.
are often blocked.
Right.
And that can make it very difficult. I could see how that could make it very difficult
Right.
for someone who's visually impaired.
Right.
And the traffic here, again, coming from the United States,
Right.
It's a different world. I don't want to say which one's better because obviously it's two different worlds.
Right. Alright, my next question is, do you think visually impaired people can play any sport?
Oh yes, they can. Cricket, visual impairment team, they have done a great amount of job.
Yeah, I guess they can play. It's good for health. I guess they can play chess. Carom they can play. Basketball is probably slightly harder. Cricket maybe. So there are some sports that they can play as well as others, I'd guess. But there are some that they can't.
You can play stuff like chess, or maybe even there's cricket for the visually impaired, something like that.
Not that I have seen, but again, it's something that I feel like we could encourage here. No, we have the Special Olympics.
Alright, so I'm going to give you 4 sports. Okay, name the one that you think is most unlikely for a visually impaired person to perform. Alright, it's going to be cricket, football, swimming, and judo.
I think cricket. Yeah.
You're wrong.
Football?
No.
Football they can.
No.
Even swimming they can. Then judo.
Football, cricket, swimming then.
Probably cricket.
No. So the answer is they can play all the sports. My next question would be, how do you think a visually impaired person differentiate between currencies?
Maybe by touching it.
I actually have no clue. I'm guessing there's braille in the note, but I think the last time I checked there isn't.
Braille script.
Our currency isn't designed for it, that I'm sure of. By feeling by the size, by the surface of the note or by the coin surface, I guess so.
They have the slight bump, right, at the side of the currency. At least with the old ones, they have a triangle, a circle, and so on.
Government could make very relatively easily by putting braille on all the currencies.
So actually, there is a braille impression on the notes. The latest notes has been distributed by the RBI. We don't get to differentiate much, but there is a provision provided for people to differentiate between notes. But in largely, how we differentiate between currencies is by feel and touch with shape and sizes. How do you think a visually impaired person differentiate between colors?
That I don't know.
Don't really know. Can't even imagine being in that state.
Visually impaired people attach or align themselves with colors with emotions. Blue means say something like sky. Pink means relates to women. So like that they associate themselves with colors, and that's how they identify and perceive colors. So the next question is, how do you think a visually impaired person access technology? Whether it be a mobile phone or a smartphone or a computer.
I guess everything would be voice activated these days.
Through haptic feedback, braille keyboards. Accessibility for them is more sound based.
I know through Braille, like they gain information through books and things like that.
More of voice control and things like that. So, I mean, it's doable, but I've never experienced it firsthand, so I don't know how good it is, but I'm aware that these exist.
I feel there'll be a lot of voice commands.
I don't know, maybe someone will be there to help them.
So there is something called screen reader that is there in all the platforms, irrespective of the OS ecosystem. Basically, that reads out whatever is there in the display. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do share, subscribe, comment below and ring the bell icon. Until next time, it's Anup signing off from VI Inspire. Thank you so much.